2026 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very much. It's good to see a big crowd. We got a big agenda this morning, a lot to go through, a lot of really important topics this morning. I'll start with introductions. I'm Jeff Benton, president of the board this year. Normally to my right is our vice president and fellow commissioner Gary Merrill, but he's absent today. To my left is fellow commissioner Barb Lewis, our administrator Tracy Davies, and deputy administrator Dawn Houston. Chris Betts is standing in for our council, so we appreciate Chris being here. And our clerks, Kathy Melvin and Jennifer Woolray. We can begin.
Resolution number 26-445, in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held June 22nd, 2026.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 26-445. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3, resolution number 26-446. In the matter of approving purchase orders and announced certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0626 and memo transfers in batch number MT APR 0626.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 26-446. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-447, in the matter of a new liquor license request from Toca Training Centers Columbus LLC and forwarding to the Ohio Division of Liquor Control with no objections and no requests for a hearing.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 26-447. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-448, in the matter of granting annexation petition from agent for the petitioner Laura McGregor Comac Esquire, requesting annexation of 43.362 acres of land in Delaware Township to the city of Delaware.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote please.
Vote on motion 26-448. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-449, in the matter of granting annexation petition from agent for the petitioner Laura McGregor Comac Esquire, requesting annexation of 58.558 acres of land in Delaware Township to the city of Delaware.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote please.
Vote on motion 26-449. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-450, a resolution of necessity to levy an additional tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation for the purpose of developmental disabilities programs and services.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Christine Hodge. I'm the Superintendent of the Delaware County Board of Developmental Disabilities. I'm serving for the last 11 years. The reason I'm here today is to request your approval of a resolution of necessity for a levy for the Delaware County Board of Developmental Disabilities for the purpose of operation of community programs and services operated by DCBDD. This levy request is for a 1.8 mil additional levy for a 5-year term. As you all know, our prior levy was defeated on May 5th, and after tremendous review and analysis, our board has passed a resolution to put this forward to you all. So, as you know, we serve about 2,300 eligible individuals in Delaware County. Our biggest budget driver is how we fund services, which is through the Medicaid match. That match, our levy funding, has grown from $4 million in 2015 to about $18 million this year in 2026. Without this money, we will not be able to continue serving people. We will begin having to make severe cuts to our programs and our services to people. We serve through early intervention, through case management, and through family support services. On the upside, we recently received a 3-year accreditation from the state of Ohio, which is the highest accreditation award that a board can receive. So we're proud of what we do and the services we provide to our community. We believe that these services are vital to people with developmental disabilities and their families in Delaware County. So on behalf of our board, I'm requesting your support of this levy request and this resolution of necessity, 1.8 mil additional. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
And the existing levy would expire.
Correct. It actually expired at the end of '25, and the last collections are this year in '26.
Okay. Good. Thomas?
Yes, I mean, you provide excellent services, vital services to families, and definitely support your request. Thank you.
Yeah, Chris, we've spent a lot of time working on this. This is a tough one. It is asking for additional dollars from our community, and that's always a challenge. The May 5th levy was very close. You know, I think it was, what, 600 votes or something out of, I don't know, 40,000 votes. I mean, so it was very close. I think people understand the value and the importance of the services you provide. So appreciate the board and you and your team, you know, going back and learning and pivoting and presenting a different proposal. So anyway, appreciate the work, and it is a vital service, no doubt about it. And I think our community will support it this time.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Yep. Any other comments? Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 26-450. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number
Thank you.
26-451, in the matter of approving the 2027 budget for the Delaware County Veteran Service Commission and authorizing the necessary levy to raise the amount approved.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Gallagher with the County Veteran Service Office. Before you is our 2027 budget. You've seen by the numbers that we presented. We're still increasing as far as demand, but it looks like it may be starting to level off from where we started 5-6 years ago to where we are now. Our transportation is tenfold greater than what we started off. What we do for services as far as helping with disability claims and things like that, it's 4 to 5 times higher. So it's continuing to grow, but it's starting to look like leveling off. So that's a good thing. It's great that we're able to help more and more veterans, but it's also great to see things to where maybe we're finally starting to level off a little bit to where we know where we're going to be going into the future.
Okay. Comments?
Once again, vital services are provided to our vets, and you have a great staff and great leadership, Brian, on your part, on Bill Pretoric's part, and many others, and on staff. So, and I think too, you've really been able to help people in doing many new things, providing so much more, as you said, as was provided a few years ago. So I definitely support the budget.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Brian. Thank the board and your whole team. I know they do an outstanding job of taking care of our veterans who need help for various reasons. And it's really great to see, since, when did you start in your position?
2020.
2020, okay.
Yeah, late 2020.
Okay, it's been great to see, the additional services provided to our veterans who've earned it. Again, and you went through the highlights. Transportation, I know, is a big part of the services you provide, helping veterans with their filing their claims and processing their claims and so on. So I know, and again, you've done a nice job of increasing the usage and helping our veterans. And you do have a new location coming up
Yes,
next
sir.
fall.
That's right.
Yes, sir. That'll be great. It'll be great also to be, out there with mental health, DD, JFS, because we do, share a lot of the same programs. So, I've used this time and time again. We just last week had somebody coming in, looking for, wanted to hire veterans and somebody looking for a job. And rather than us handle it, I just send them over to the Ohio Means Jobs with JFS, It'll be great to where they're gonna be right across the hallway from us. Actually, I think the Ohio Means Jobs is gonna be right across, the actual door to it's gonna be right across from us, I believe, so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a big part of why we put those 4 agencies together.
Right.
Is there is a lot of collaboration and cooperation among the agencies, so it's great to see that.
And really, we found too, with so many of these services, you can tell someone, okay, go here and there and all this, but somehow they don't make it there.
Right.
And this way, it's just so easy
Yeah.
for
Right,
them
right.
to
Yeah,
find those
it'll be great.
services.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Jennifer, let's vote.
Vote on motion 26-451. Mrs. Lewis.
aye.
Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Resolution number 26-452, in the matter of approving the Child Placement Services Contract, First Amendment, Second Amendments between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and child placement providers, ODA-DAS Healthcare Recovery Services, and Ohio MHAS Belmont Pines Hospital and RTC.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Anderson with Job and Family Services, and that's only one contract, that's one provider. This is a contract for a specific youth that's in our custody, high needs. They work with the youth on his daily needs and also independent living.
Okay. Nominal increases. in these-
2.78 for this increase.
Yeah. And placements with these agencies?
This one is just one. This is one agency and one youth.
Okay, okay. Very good. Any other questions, comments?
No, thank you.
Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 452. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-453, in the matter of approving a transfer of funds and a supplemental appropriation for Family Children's First Council.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
And this is our monthly transfer once we reconcile our Family Children First Council funds. And also, we were lucky enough to receive unspent funds from Brown County, and we're doing a supplement to appropriations to expend those funds.
Okay.
Boy, they have really grown too in the services they
Yes, they
provide.
have.
Do an excellent job.
Thank you.
Okay. Vote, please, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 26-453. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Bob.
Resolution number 26-454, in the matter of accepting the Sheriff's Office budget, estimating the cost of operating the jail and feeding its inmates for 2027.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, McElroy, Finance Director, Delaware County Sheriff's Office. This is just the estimated budget for 2027 for the cost to care for the inmates, medical and food.
Looks pretty consistent, no significant changes between the 2 years.
Not that we're anticipating.
Yeah, okay. Any questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-454. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-455, in the matter of approving the first addendum to the agreement between the Delaware County Sheriff's Office, the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, and Flock Group Incorporated.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
This addendum would allow for the installation of 6 additional cameras to the flock cameras that are already installed and in use.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-455. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mikhail.
Thanks, Miguel.
Resolution number 26-456, in the matter of approving the FY 2025 Urban County Community Development Block Grant Program Subsidiary Agreement between the Board of Commissioners, Delaware County, Ohio, and the Village of Ostrander.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Justin Navi, Director of Finance. Again, this item would authorize a subrecipient agreement with the Village of Ostrander, and the funding will be used for improvements to the intersection of Main Street and West North Street.
Yeah, this is a nice program. Good to see Ostrander taking advantage of these funds that are available. And it's going to be a nice improvement to downtown Ostrander.
Right.
So appreciate that they were able to make this work.
Yes.
Jennifer, let's vote.
Vote on motion 26-456. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We're on page 252. Resolution number 26-457, in the matter of approving the FY 2025 Urban County Community Development Block Grant Program subsidiary agreement between the Board of Commissioners, Delaware County, Ohio, and people in need of Delaware County, Ohio.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Thanks, Commissioners. This secondary item would also authorize a subrecipient agreement with people in need, and it'll fund a food access transit program.
Yeah, again, another example of a local agency, in this case, nonprofit taking advantage of this unique program that's available. And we've got representatives from the Transit Board here today, so I know it's a partnership with them. And again, they're serving Orange Township and Ostrander.
Correct, that's correct.
Yeah, so I know we've tried to get the word out that there's more funding available through this program, and hopefully we can get even more projects done in the future.
Sure. Thanks, Commissioners. We actually have 4 other jurisdictions signing up this year.
Oh, okay, so they're in process.
Right.
Okay, great.
Oh, good.
It's good to hear. Questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-457. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Great, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Justin.
We're on the bottom of page 267. Resolution number 26-458, in the matter of approving the owner's agreement for Arrowhead at Evans Farm, Section 1, Phase B.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lee Bodnar with the Engineers Office. For your consideration, this is a standard owner's agreement for road and drainage installations at Arrowhead at Evans Farm, which is a 56-lot subdivision located on the northwest corner of Pyatt Road and Hollenbach Road in Berlin Township, and we recommend your approval.
Okay. Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-458. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-459, in the matter of 1, approving a partial vacation of existing drainage easement, and 2, accepting a replacement easement on lot 200 in Pike Knoll subdivision number 2, Berlin Township, Delaware County, Ohio.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, again, for your consideration, the Pine Knoll subdivision originated back in 1974, so it's a very early subdivision. Section 2 is located east off of Dunham Road and south of 3637 in Berlin Township. This drainage vacation was requested by the property owner, and after review, we were able to negotiate a partial vacation and a replacement easement that will address the drainage concerns and also meet the request of the property owner. And we recommend your approval.
Okay. Thank you. Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-459. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-460, in the matter of accepting the roads, approving recommended speed limits, establishing stop conditions, and releasing the maintenance bonds for Evans Farms, Marketplace West, Section 4, Phase A, Dublin Court, and Howard Farms, Section 4.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, for your consideration, this releases the maintenance bond, accepts .937 miles of roadway, and establishes the 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, and establishes 3 stop conditions within the at the required locations within the Evans Farm Marketplace West Section 4 Phase A, the Dublin Court, and Howard Farm section, which is located off Lewis Center Road in Orange Township, and we recommend your approval.
Okay. Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-460. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-461, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, only 10 standard utility right-of-way utility permits.
Yep, a lot more fiber work being done. It's good to see.
There is. We receive a number of calls in that regard, and we're able to help people understand the accoutrements thereof.
Right. Right. All right, any questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-461. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-462, in the matter of approving a relocation agreement with Ohio Power Company, AEP.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, for your consideration, this is an agreement with AEP for the relocation of transmission lines that are in relation to the Home Road railroad overpass project. They will relocate them and get them out of the way so that that project can continue, and we recommend your approval to move forward.
Okay. Questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-462. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-463, in the matter of, 1, terminating the contract with Commercial Land Management Systems for 2026-2027 roadside mowing north, and 2, awarding a bid and approving a contract between the Delaware County Commissioners and Running G Farms for 2026-2027 roadside mowing north.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, for your consideration, this resolution and the next resolution that follows are in relation to the 2026 North and South mowing contracts. We are seeking to terminate the initial mowing contract due to non-performance and approving a new contract that will cover the same areas and scope of services with Running G Farms. They were the second lowest bidder for this project early on when this went out to bid, and we recommend your approval to move forward.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-463. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-464, in the matter of, 1, terminating the contract with Commercial Land Management Systems for 2026-2027 roadside mowing south, and 2, awarding a bid and approving a contract between the Delaware County Commissioners and Running G Farms for 2026-27 roadside mowing south.
So moved.
Second, discussion. Not a whole lot more to add.
No,
This
sir.
is the north, or this is the south part.
Correct.
Okay. Vote, please, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 26-464. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, thanks,
Thank
Lee.
you. I just like to thank Lee, especially.
He's a busy
I'll come right
guy.
back.
Yes, so many calls have come in. Some of those calls regarding the fiber installation, and people were really frustrated. And you handled those calls beautifully. You put them in touch with the right people, right companies, and then others who contact you regarding, I think some people do travel around the county and point out things that they feel need to be changed. And some of these can't be changed. They get into right away and what the county can do. And then you can't always, we have to follow the law and stay within our right-of-ways. And so explaining to people all this, Lee, requires a heck of a lot of time and expertise. And I know just with the calls that I receive, I just want to thank you for taking care of them.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly our pleasure at the engineer's office to address any concerns that the public has. 9 out of 10 calls are basically educational sharing. We share the information and people understand there's a lot of assumptions, a lot of false assumptions, who's responsible for the particular right of way, and on and on and on. And we feel that that's very important to help people understand. And so we don't shy away from it, we gravitate towards that. So thank you, because we do rely on the residents to let us know things. They're our second set of eyes and help us to see what maybe needs to be addressed or how we can help. So thank you very much, Commissioners,
You
for your
are
help.
most
comments.
welcome. You're
Thank you,
doing
Lee.
a great job.
Okay, Jennifer?
Resolution number 26-465, in the matter of approving a real estate sale and purchase contract.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dana McDaniel, representing the Office of Economic Development. So as the clerk stated, this resolution authorizes the purchase of plus or minus 140.179 acres. This property is located in the vicinity of US 42 and Sawmill Parkway. The purchase of this property would be for economic development purposes, intended to position the property to attract new businesses and jobs. As you know, the county's 2023 economic development strategy identified this area as one of Delaware County's primary growth corridors because of its access, existing utilities, proximity to the Delaware Municipal Airport, existing nearby industrial employers, and room necessary for commercial and industrial expansion. This primary growth corridor is also very much the result of the county's own investment, previous investment, in the extension of Sawmill Parkway. This public investment, combined with recent investments by the City of Delaware to extend utilities along the site located in this vicinity, significantly adds to the site's overall readiness. Purchasing this site supports several specific recommendations of the 2023 strategy, which repeatedly emphasizes creating a stronger inventory of competitive development sites, focusing investment along recommended growth corridors, improving overall site readiness, coordinating transportation, utilities, and land use, attracting employers that diversify the tax base, and maintaining Delaware County's competitive position not only within the Columbus region, but also well beyond. Now, this immediate area has also had a lot of attention lately by potential development. I'll go further and say that the long-term economic benefits if developed consistent with the strategy, would likely result in or include attracting a large corporate campus or advanced manufacturing facility, supporting a mixed-use employment center with office, industrial, and commercial uses, generating additional property, income, and sales tax revenues, creating higher-paying jobs closer to where people live, and preserving flexibility for future public and private investment. In effect, the county's purchase of this property significantly helps to set the conditions by which the county can and likely will work with the private sector to develop the site and again attract new businesses and jobs. This is all consistent with your own economic development strategy's emphasis on proactive economic development. And for these reasons, staff recommend purchase of this property, and I'll try to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Very important topic.
Right. It really is. I'm just so glad that you've done an excellent job, Dana, and in leading us and leading our economic development department. And this is proactive, getting out ahead, so the land is there, so it can be developed, and it's such a crucial land, in the placement of that land, the location. Could you mention a little bit again about where the land is?
Yes, so it's generally at the southern corners, both west side and east side of Sawmill and US 42, and then there's another, that's about 40 acres, and then there's
Okay.
another 100 acres a little bit further to the west on the south side of US 42.
Okay, right. Just a key part of the county, and developing it's extremely important. The right development, so jobs can be provided, and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've touched on most of the points I was going to make. This is a key part of our economic development strategy, the strategic plan we put in place a couple years ago, and one of the key areas. And I mean, this is a major statement. You know, the county is committed to economic development and proactively doing it, as you mentioned, in key areas. As we all know, having the infrastructure in place or nearly in place or right there is so important in economic development, and this area has those in place. And secondly, probably the bigger challenge we've had over the years is land control. Mm-hmm. And this gives us control over 140 very important acres for the development of the southwest area of the city of Delaware, and honestly beyond that. I mean, it'll continue to develop beyond that. And so it's very important for that. Also, you know, we spent, I don't know, it was $38 million, I think, on the Sawmill Parkway corridor. And, you know, this sort of investment just enhances the value and you know, it finishes the vision, you know, that we had for that corridor when we developed it, when we built that parkway, so that we could provide the economic development activity that would diversify the tax base, attract, you know, really good employers, and so on, help the economy. So again, I want to compliment you, Dana. I saw Nick Langford here from the city of Delaware. Great to see Nick joining us as well today, because this is a great partnership with the city. All this land is located within the city, but you know, it shows we're working together, and we're going to attract some really strong employers and add significantly to the county economy. So great partnership with the city of Delaware as well. So with that, I don't know if A lot of people worked on this. Dana, you and your team, I know have spent a lot of time on Chad White. Tracy spent a lot of time on this. Eric Hostetler, who's not here
Yeah,
today.
Eric did a great job putting this
Yeah,
together.
great. It's a team effort and really a big announcement for the county and the city and really the region. I think a lot of the employers we attract will benefit the region, obviously not just the city and the county. So, all right, I will stop because I've talked enough. But it's a big deal. I'm really
It is a
pleased
big
to
deal.
see this.
Thank you for
This is a big statement
Yes.
for the county.
Yes.
Jennifer, let's vote for it, so I'll shut up.
Vote on motion 465. Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Resolution number 26-466, in the matter of creating the Delaware County Regional Transit Authority.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Thank you so much, Commissioners. Andy Volnick with Delaware County Transit. For your consideration and approval, DCT is looking to become a regional transit authority. This is in response to the growth in ridership and the growth in population as we look to continue to serve more portions of our county. We will serve the county. We will continue to provide the service that we see. This provides a legal framework for us to execute that and improve upon the service that has already seen massive improvements.
Yeah.
We do seek your approval in this measure. I'm open to any questions, comments, or concerns.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Questions, comments?
No, I think you said it, the growth in ridership, I'm sorry. One of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing county in the state, and the numbers that you show us each month, Andy, bears this out. And we need to make sure that we're moving ahead, and so we can serve everyone in the excellent manner in which you're doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, this is more of an administrative procedure, to reorganize the transit board legally, so that we can, continue to grow and structure the board, the transit agency to provide those growing amount of services. Jennifer, let's vote.
Vote on motion 26-466. Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill is absent, sorry.
Still not
All
here.
right.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yeah.
Thanks,
you.
Andy.
It is past 10 o'clock, so
Yeah,
we
we
may
can
start our
Go
hearing.
ahead with the hearing.
Yes.
Sure, let's open the hearing.
Yep. We'll just note the time of 10:03.
All right, the next item on the agenda, we're scaring a lot of people away.
We are, yeah.
This is very important too. But anyway, next item on the agenda is the final hearing of the Harsh number 480 Drainage Improvement Project. I will go through the procedures today. I want to welcome everyone to the final hearing for the consideration of the Harsh 480 Watershed Drainage Improvement Project. There's a sign-in sheet circulating the room. We ask that you please sign the sheet to indicate your attendance, and I'll go through what we'll do today. We'll first hear a summary of the final hearing report from the county engineer and the Soil and Water Conservation District. Following the summary presentation, there'll be a time for questions from the board. After board questions, the board will hear from any interested owners that wish to testify. Those speaking for or against the petition must be an owner as defined in section 613101 of the revised code. We've had problems with that in the past. You actually have to be the owner or an attorney who speaks on behalf of the owner. The board will acknowledge receipt of any landowner written testimony before hearing live testimony. We'll first call all those wishing to testify in favor of the project. We will then call all those wishing to testify in opposition to the project. Before testifying, you will be asked to take an oath. After all those wishing to testify for or against the project have been heard, there will be an opportunity for responsive or rebuttal testimony. The board will close the public hearing after all testimony evidence has been presented. After listening to testimony in the report of the engineer, the board will decide whether to find in favor of the improvement, affirm the previous order, confirm the assessments, and approve the payment schedule, or the board may dismiss the petition and set aside the previous order. The board must consider the following factors in making its decision: whether the proposed improvement is necessary, whether the proposed improvement will be conducive to the public welfare, and whether the cost of the proposed improvement will be less than the benefit the improvement provides. Okay, so With that, we will first hear the summary of the final hearing report. And we have Brett Bacon from the Soil and Water Conservation District to lead us through that.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brett Bacon, Deputy Administrator, Soil and Water. I will do the brief presentation on the project and then be happy to answer any questions the board may have. The Harsh Number 480 petition specifically states, in Delaware County, Scioto Township, within the Harsh Number 480 watershed, and generally following but not limited to the course and termini of the existing improvements. Further states, to generally improve the drainage, both surface and subsurface, to a good and sufficient outlet by replacing, repairing, or altering the existing improvements as required, and or creating new surface and subsurface drainage mains or laterals as requested by this petition. We have found and repaired several broken and plugged tile on this property as well as on parcel number 2004 0001 068000 and parcel number 2004 0001 033000. We have requested access to parcel number 2004 001 032000 to repair any broken or plugged tile, and we have been denied access to this property. We are willing to repair these tile on other properties if we could have access. This petition was filed on September 8th, 2021 by Thomas M. and Christine L. Finks. On December 20th, 2021, the view was held, and on March 14th, 2022, the first hearing was held. The watershed is approximately 75 acres. It is 48% agricultural, 45% rural residential, 2% woods, and 4% road right-of-way. The original petition was signed by 2 individuals representing one of the 25 parcels in the watershed. Proposed work: surface drain shaping and grading, subsurface drain tile replacement, erosion control measures, drive culvert installations, clearing and snagging, seeding and mulching, and additionally a portion of the subsurface drain installed privately is proposed to be accepted onto drainage maintenance. Cost estimate: the construction cost $56,836.09. Administration, survey, and engineering $3,684.11. Construction layout and inspection $3,500. First year drainage maintenance payment $4,973.91, and contingency $15,000. For a total estimated construction cost of $83,994.11. The value of the subsurface drain to be taken on to maintenance gives us a total estimated maintenance base of $119,452.17. The revised code instructs the county engineer to calculate the assessments to individual property owners based on benefits that are derived. The code goes on to say, specifically, lands that have been removed from their natural state by deforestation, cultivation, artificial drainage, urban development, or other man-made causes shall be considered as benefited by an improvement required to dispose of the accelerated flow of water from the uplands. Assessments are calculated by taking the acres benefited times a land use factor times percent used to give a parcel assessment factor. The parcel percent share then is the parcel assessment factor divided by the sum of all the assessment factors, and the parcel assessment then is the percent share times the total estimated cost. Landowners may pay their assessment in full up front within 30 days of the final hearing. They can also choose to have the assessment placed on their property taxes as a special assessment. Choosing this option will incur interest fees and an auditor treasurer's 2% collection fee. Quick amortization example: our total estimated construction cost of $83,994.11. Average assessment, not including right-of-way, is $3,000 or a 3.6% share of the project. 8-year repayment interest would be $720 total. 8-year total construction assessment then would be $3,720. 15-year repayment interest would be $1,350 total, for a total assessment of $4,350. See the auditor treasurer's fees, $74 for 8 years and $87 for 15 years. For a total assessment, 8 years, $3,794, and 15 years, $4,437. This breaks down into 8-year payments of $237.12 per half, and 15-year payments of $147.90 per half. All approved projects are advertised for public bid, with the lowest and best bid to be awarded the contract. Bids may not be accepted that are in excess of the final hearing engineer's estimate, and the final schedule of assessments would be reduced pro rata by the difference between the estimated cost and the final cost if the project ends up costing less. In this case, upfront payments would receive a refund. Revised Code 6137 requires completed projects to be placed on drainage maintenance, with the purpose of maintenance to keep the project operating at its design capacity. Maintenance funds are also collected as a special assessment, and common maintenance activities include inspections, seeding, repairs, and erosion control. Maintenance assessments are determined based on the final schedule of construction assessments, with most projects averaging between 2.5% to 5% collection annually. Collection percentage can vary depending on the maintenance needs of the project, and drainage maintenance is perpetual. Looking at our construction assessment of $3,000 times a 3% maintenance collection plus the auditor treasurer's fees, this would give us a $91.80 annual maintenance assessment, or $45.90 per half. The benefits of drainage improvements exist for both agricultural and residential parcels. The benefit to agricultural parcels is realized by the increased yield as a result of good drainage. Estimated yield increases given the soils in the area would average 46 bushels per acre for corn and 14 bushels per acre for soybeans. Using USDA average crop prices from 2021 to 2025 of $4.99 per bushel for corn and $12.26 per bushel for soybeans. And I would like to point out, I altered these numbers from what is in the final hearing report just to reflect the most current numbers. So this would be the most up-to-date use of these numbers. 36 acres of the land in the watershed is currently agricultural. This would produce an average annual benefit of $8,263 for corn and $6,179 for soybeans, for an average annual benefit of $7,221 and a potential 20-year return of $144,420. These figures do not take into account individual farm management practices and are meant to provide a broader overview of the benefits of improved drainage. Individual properties may see more or less than the average benefits based on a variety of factors, including farm management practices, utilization of the improved drainage, and seasonal fluctuations. The provided examples do illustrate the fact that good drainage is a key factor in farm profitability and would reflect positively when considering a cost-benefit analysis for the individual sections of this project, as well as the project as a whole. It is also fair to consider potential benefits as potential losses if the system ceases to function as a good and sufficient outlet. Benefits to residential parcels focus on quality of life, neighborhood perception, and home site sewage treatment systems. A failed home site sewage treatment system can cost $15,000 to $25,000 to repair or replace. New developments average $16,000 per lot spent on providing adequate drainage outlets. With 8 residential parcels in the watershed, this would equal a potential benefit of $128,000. Decisions. Approval of the project is also approval of accepting the existing infrastructure onto drainage maintenance. If the decision is to deny, it is recommended to distribute costs incurred to this point to the landowners in the same ratio as determined by the final schedule of assessments. These estimated costs to date equal $4,000. Engineer's recommendation. Based on all of the information gathered and generated, I believe this project as proposed is technically feasible and would serve as an adequate outlet for the drainage needs of the watershed. Furthermore, the parcel assessments for this project are within the range of assessments that can be expected for a project of this scope. The testimony brought to the Board of Commissioners by the landowners as to whether the benefits of this project exceed the costs should be given significant consideration in the decision to move forward with this project.
Okay, thank you, Brett. At this point, do we have any questions for Brett? No. I don't either. Very thorough report. Thank you, Brett. Okay, now we will acknowledge the receipt of landowner written testimony before we go to live testimony. We did receive 3 letters, 2 of which were from the same
Yes,
parcel
we
owners.
aren't permitted to accept an email, so that's how that we ended up with 2. One of them, they turned in a letter. We received objections from Joseph Kraft and Allison Kraft, and we received objections from Brandon and Nellie Petrie.
Yep, okay. So we acknowledge those receipts of objections. At this point, next would be to call on anyone who wishes to testify in favor of the project. Yes.
Oh, we can't acknowledge receipt of those by
Okay.
resolution. Thank you, Mr. Betts. Resolution number 26-467, in the matter of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners acknowledging receipt of the written objection, exception to the assessment in the proceedings for the Harsh number 480 watershed drainage improvement project.
So moved.
Second, discussion. Thank you, Chris, for pointing that out. Good to acknowledge that. Vote, please, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 26-467. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Bennett?
Aye. Okay, now we will move on to testifying. And first we'll do those, if anyone, again, you don't have to if you're here. First call all those wishing to testify in favor of the project. Okay, we will ask one more time. Anyone wishing to testify in favor of the project? Okay, we will move on to those wishing to testify in opposition to the project. Okay, come on up. We will swear you in. If you could first identify, give us your name and address and which parcel number on the map, if you know which one it is.
Okay, my name is Thomas M. Finks. It's parcel number 2004-000-1063-002.
I think you're number 7.
Number,
The big field.
I believe that is correct. Yes, number 7.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm the original petitioner
Okay.
of the project.
All right. We've identified you. Well, I will swear you in. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. Proceed.
Okay. Well, first of all, I guess I would like to ask if it's possible to withdraw the petition at this point in time, or are we too far in the process to do that?
I think the short answer, it isn't possible at this point.
It's not
Yeah,
possible.
It's in motion.
Pardon me?
It's in motion. We're at the final hearing. It's either going to be approved or denied, or continue.
Okay. I just wanted to
Sure.
basically put on the record that I requested to withdraw the petition.
Sure.
Looking at the petition and looking at the costs and everything, it really appears like I saw the numbers and everything, and it really is a substantial amount of cost to do the project. Initially, the reason we submitted the petition was we were struggling trying to get access to different parcels to be able to correct some of the issues that were going on. Since this time, and as you're aware, it was originally filed back in 2021, there's been substantial amounts of improvements and changes to the project since then. 2 of the parcels have already replaced a large section of the tiling that has gone on in there. We have also replaced on parcel 7 and parcel 13 different areas of the tile, fixed those areas. There are some pieces of the project that really needs to be done. We've talked to the landowner regarding that, and that would be landowner number 11. And he has part of the parcel where it's the road right-of-way for Route 37, where there's a substantial amount of trees and everything that's blocking the tile. And we feel like that's probably the most significant deterrent to this project at this point in time as far as the drainage moving forward. We'd like to request, and we've talked to that landowner to be able to do that process ourselves. I mean, we're willing to bear a large portion of the cost and fix that area. And we feel like we can do that at a substantially less amount of cost than what's been proposed in this whole project. So based off of that, that's one of the reasons why we're recommending that you potentially turn this down as far as the overall project, because again, it's a substantial cost to even the landowners around in the area. It is a big cost. I was surprised at the large amount of the cost. The other question, one question I did have is for the annual maintenance cost. How is that being charged again, and how long does that go on? Is that a perpetual cost? Is that does that maintenance happen on an annual basis? I mean, is that being charged on an annual basis as far as for the whole project and things like that? I wanted to kind of get some additional information there. Sure. And then as far as the total cost of the project, I saw in there your total estimated maintenance base value. That includes the first year maintenance payment, which I'm not sure why that's included as your initial cost. It shouldn't the cost, instead of $119,452, actually be $114,478. That annual maintenance is, why would that be part of the original project as far as that's concerned? And let's see, if this project's approved, what would we be looking at as far as a turnaround time, as far as getting this done? Again, this is something, if we took on the project, and the project may not look the same as what obviously they're proposing, but certainly we would make it so that it would be sufficient. We feel like we could do it in a lot more timely manner than what the proposal would be at this point in time, because I know you've got to go through the bidding process, the approval process, then scheduling. And I mean, it took 4.5 years basically to get to this point. Are we looking at another 2 to 3, 4 years before even anything is being done on the project? We want to make sure that things are getting done a little more timely than that as far as that's concerned. So, sure. And let's see. Another question that I had relating to this total cost, what is, with the road right-of-way for Route 37, what is the state's obligation for maintaining that road right-of-way? Again, we feel like what's been the biggest culprit of this whole drainage issue is the trees and everything that have grown up in the right-of-way there. I'm not sure that's the property owner's responsibility to take care of that. Is it the state's responsibility? What obligation do they have as far as handling any of that kind of information? So I guess that would be
that's it.
that would be it as far as that's concerned. So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
Good questions, good comments. I'll ask Brett to come up. I know Brett's the real expert on how the allocations are calculated and the assessments and so on, but it is perpetual. Mm-hmm. Okay. It is perpetuity. Right. So, and then as far as the state right-of-way, how the maintenance assessments are calculated and so on, and timeline to get it done. Brett can answer those, I'm sure.
So I'm going to try to remember all the questions here. The High Revised Code directs us to collect the first year's maintenance and consider that a cost of the project. So we're just following state law in doing that. Yes, drainage maintenance assessments are perpetual. Maintenance funds can grow to 20% of the original value of the project unencumbered. The question about the state right-of-way is a question for ODOT. I can't answer what ODOT takes on as responsibility for maintaining that part of their right-of-way. I will say that as a general rule, right-of-ways are maintained to keep water off the road. They're not typically maintained as, to be optimum as private drainage outlets. So that would be purely a question for ODOT. So.
No, but they are charged their share of the.
They do have an assessment for the project. It's not very much because they're on the extreme downstream end of this project, but.
Okay. that help? Thanks. Okay. Any other comments, questions? We'll turn it over to any other speakers then? Anybody else wants to speak in opposition? All right, one more chance. Anybody else want to speak in opposition to the petition? Okay. All right, we will move to questions from the board. Any questions or comments? Commissioner Lewis? Oh, we'll close the public hearing.
We will note the time as 10:25. The hearing is closed to the public.
Okay, that's the next step. Then, now we decide in favor or and affirm the previous order, confirm the assessment and approve it, or dismiss the petition, set aside. So, Commissioner Lewis?
Well, there's not much testimony today, only one, the original petitioner. Certainly, having large sections, I believe that's what was stated, large sections of the tile already replaced, and mention was made also of other solutions, and also substantial cost. I guess, unless, Brett, did you want to add any comments? Okay, okay. It seems to me that the costs then are going to exceed the benefits.
Yeah, that's where I am as well, since the original petitioners are now opposing the petition and have done substantial work to improve the drainage situation, and have plans or ways to fix the remaining problems to a large extent anyway. I agree. I don't think this is a petition that should be approved.
And ask the clerk to, I'll ask the clerk then to read the motion denying the petition.
Okay. Resolution number 26-468. In the matter of the Commissioners setting aside the order for and dismissing the petition for the harsh number 480 watershed drainage improvement due to the following reasons. The cost is equal to or exceeds the benefit of the improvement is not necessary, and the improvement is not conducive to public welfare.
Okay.
So moved.
Second, further discussion, I would just add that we always prefer that the private landowners solve these problems themselves if they can. Sometimes it just isn't possible, and so it sounds like the landowners in the watershed have worked out a solution that takes away the need for this special petition.
It looks as though the timing on this, even though it took a long time, may have come up with a solution, certainly that the landowners.
Yeah, the private landowners generally can do it quicker and cheaper and oftentimes even better. Although our Soil and Water does an outstanding job maintaining the 600 and some programs that we have in place. Okay, vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 26-468. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-469, in the matter of ordering that the cost for the proceedings of the harsh number 480 watershed drainage improvement project, including the cost incurred by the Board of Commissioners, the county engineer, and the Delaware County Soil and Water Conservation District in making surveys, plans, reports, and schedules, be distributed to the landowners in the same ratio as determined in the final estimated assessments presented at the final hearing.
So moved.
Second, further discussion? I would just add that we have incurred some costs. I think it was $4,000, Brett, what you estimated to date. That will be allocated based on the same methodology used for the projected allocation of the costs of the construction. So with that, let's vote.
Vote on motion 26-469. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. Okay.
That's all right.
All right. Thanks, everyone,
Next
for participating.
Next on our agenda is administrator report.
Yeah, administrative reports.
Good morning, Tracy Davies, Administrator. Just happy 4th of July coming up as we celebrate 250 years. I thought I'd take a moment and thank all of our America 250 committee members. They've been working hard on coordinating, planning events over the past 2 years now, I think, and will continue throughout the remainder of the year. So just want to take an opportunity to thank them.
Very, very nice. Very well put. Commissioner Lewis?
Well, Boy, 250 years. No nation has had the freedoms that we have for 250 years. I mean, this is something that it's so easy to take for granted, the freedoms that we have in our nation and those who have died and served in order to keep those freedoms and all the work that is done throughout the years. And the Declaration of Independence, my gosh, that we're celebrating. And I mean, it's just a beautiful statement of freedom, equality. It's something we all need to read again and to ponder over. After the Declaration of Independence was passed on July 4th, 1776, then the Constitution was approved in 1787, and but the Declaration of Independence really was the foundation then for the Constitution. So it's important that we stop and realize how very blessed that this nation is, and we need to keep it going, and we need to continue to fight for that freedom. And wow.
Very, very well put.
And I went along with my husband to the Preservation Parks Foundation Gala the other night, and the work that Preservation Parks is doing throughout this county is amazing. And they have new parks planned and improving what they have too. So if you're ever looking for something to do and you want to just go out and walk, do it. I mean, they showed, of course, a lot of video of the parks and everything, and it's easy to forget they're out there, and we should take advantage of it. That's it.
Okay, yeah, the Preservation Parks does an outstanding job, and they're pretty well diversified across the county.
They are.
Their parks are all over the county. Their last levy, they laid out a real plain, straightforward strategy on how they were going to, if the voters approved their funding, how they would deploy those funds and the parks they would add and the improvements and so on. They've done exactly that. So just a great organization, very well run, very well led.
Yeah.
And well-funded, thanks to the voters of Delaware County. We had a SEPCO board meeting on Friday, and we are changing the wellness program significantly going forward. Details to be disclosed here shortly, but next year's wellness program will be different. It'll be kind of the same, but different thresholds and so on. So stay tuned. We don't have all the details worked out, but we had regional planning Thursday night, so I wasn't able to go to the Preservation Parks Gala, but a lot of activity, as we all know, in Delaware County, and a lot of good things going on. We got a land bank meeting this afternoon at 1:30 to adopt a cybersecurity policy, so it should be a quick one. And that is it. I also wanted to just say I wore my American flag tie in honor of our 250th. Since we don't have session Thursday and Saturday is the 4th, I just had to wear it today. So we do need to do executive session, Jennifer.
We do. Resolution number 26-470, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of employment, discipline of a public employee or public official, and for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 26-470. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
All right, we are now adjourned into executive session.
Thank you.